What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Fech. My pronouns are they, them, and he, him, and I'm a rising third-year student here at the University of Vermont, where I study human development and family studies, and I also have a minor in behavioral change health studies in our Larner College of Medicine. I'm coming to you today to talk about residential life and housing, and to share a little bit about my experience of living on campus. So first of all, at the University of Vermont, students are required to live on campus for 4 semesters or 2 years. My first 2 years living on campus were exceptional, and though I did decide to move off campus my third year, the experience I had really prepared me for where I am now, and also really enriched my first 2 years on campus. I'm currently situated on Redstone campus, which actually has the highest concentration of residential students on campus. There are 9 residence halls here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. There are actually 11 residence halls here on Redstone campus. At UVM, residential life and housing operates under a learning community model. Students are grouped into residential learning communities within these residence halls that surround a specific theme. For example, right behind me in Mason, Simpson, and Hamilton halls is the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Learning Community, where students can explore enterprise, business, and community partnerships through the lens of innovation, creation, and things of that nature. There are so many ways for students to explore co-curricular interests outside of the classroom in their own residential environments. My first year, I lived on Central Campus in Central Campus Residence Hall, which is a building that has 695 beds for first-year students only. I found that it was a really nice way to transition into college. I have been involved in other aspects of residential living on campus by attending different events put on by these learning communities, like Cultural Crossroads, like Outdoor Experience. And just because a student lives in one environment doesn't mean that they're restricted to those programs. And also, just because a student lives in a residential environment in a learning community doesn't mean that they have to participate in everything that's offered. It's really a la carte. Students will take part in what they like, what they enjoy, and that's part of what makes living in the learning communities at UVM so special, is because students are coming with their own interests, with their own passions, and they're bringing it all together in their communities to keep it vibrant, to keep it fresh, to keep things different, you know what I mean? During my first year, I lived in a double room with a roommate, and how I met that roommate was randomly. I decided to apply for housing, and I went through the random roommate selection process, where essentially the Department of Residential Life, which is actually based here on Redstone campus as well, assigned a roommate to me. I didn't choose my roommate was assigned to me. And so I met my roommate during move-in, and it was a really, really great experience to live with someone who I might not have met otherwise. Also, having a roommate was a really, really big time of learning how to compromise, learning how to come to agreements, learning how to resolve conflicts, and skills that are going to be really, really important as we continue to move through college, move through life in general. And I'm really appreciative for the relationship that I formed with my roommate my first year. During my second year, I actually took up a leadership opportunity that is available to students on campus, and that is becoming a resident advisor. I returned to Central Campus Residence Hall my second year to become a resident advisor, or RA, which is essentially a community facilitator, community builder, and someone who ensures safety and comfort in the residential environment. Resident advisors are trained in so many different ways of being, of leading, of resolving conflict, and the leadership skills that I gained through being a resident advisor are things that I carry close and will continue to do so throughout my life. And the skills that students learn by being an RA are transferable across fields, across disciplines, and it is a really great way to show up in the residence halls to develop skills in leadership, community building, and things of that nature. The residential environment is something that is really vibrant on campus, and I am so grateful for the time that I had spent living in my residence hall and actually showing up to events, interacting with other students who, like I said, I might not have met otherwise. And the housing requirement is here for a reason. It's to get students engaged on campus, to really dive into the amazing programming that is offered here for students. If I had any advice to offer to students living in the residence halls on campus, or maybe one item that I think is so important to bring, shower shoes. Always bring shower shoes, especially in communal bathrooms on campus. You're gonna wanna have those just to keep clean, to keep safe, and to keep your feet protected, because it's important to do so, you know what I mean? Hygiene is important. But that's a little bit of what I have to offer in terms of what residence life and housing is like here at the University of Vermont. If you have any questions, visit the website uvm.edu/reslife, and there is a plethora of information when it comes to housing, the learning communities, and what opportunities await students here on campus. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I really hope that you'll consider to attend the University of Vermont, apply. We would love to have you here in our community, especially in our amazing learning communities and residence halls on campus. So with that said, take care, be well.